Today I'm going to be showing you guys all 12 gold coin locations in the Get Higher game mode that will help unlock the SYNTH-BUST animated camo. Let's go. Alright, so the first coin that we're going to do is just across these two red blocks here. As we climb up the hill, we're going to hit our first checkpoint, and around the corner are going to be these blocks that are coming down from the roof. Now there are two levels. We want to be on the bottom level and come over towards the left here. You may already see people around the area, but what we need to do is walk forward until we see a little gap in the ground with a symbol in it. We need to go ahead and drop down into this gap, and within this room will be our first coin. Walk into it, and there we go, 1 out of 12 collected, and then continue walking forward through the teleporter, and we are now back on the map. Alright, now the second coin is at the 29 meter mark, and it's going to look like this. There's two orange revolving objects going around in circles. We want to go through the right hand side. So just walking in like this, continuing our way around, and then once we get through, there's going to be a second one. Walk around again, and once we get to the end of this, there will be a door and another red opening. We need to walk into this opening, take a right hand turn, and here we'll find our second coin. Walk out, and we have now done 2 out of 12. Alright, now the next coin is at the 61 meter mark, and you actually need to go a little bit higher than 61 meters to get there, and basically it's going to be just past these little red blocks here where you have to slide underneath and jump over. So once we've got to the very end, there's going to be a checkpoint here, and then there's going to be a green wall in which we need to go ahead and slide underneath. Once we have done that, just to the left here in the corner will be our third coin. Go ahead and collect that, and it's time to move on. Alright, now the next coin is not until the 106 meter mark, and it's very easy to identify where it is because you have to jump over these walls, walk up this little green plank, and then once you are in front of these cylinders here, the coin is actually going to be in the middle of this green sign. Walk up to it and collect coin number 4. The next coin that we're going to grab is at the 112 meter mark, and it's when we reach the sea containers. We basically have to climb up these sea containers to get to the very top, but I just want you to follow exactly where I go on screen. We're going to walk forward through the middle here, and then once we get to this little gap, jump across it and turn to the left. Once we get to the left, we're just going to walk down to the very end here where you'll see like a little staircase of sea containers. Climb up this to the very top, and then once we are here, look for this little gap where you can see a secret room. We're going to run and jump into this area, and there will be one sea container that is holding our 5th coin. Walk in, grab that, and then to get out, you just need to run and jump like so, and we are on to the next part. Now, our next coin is at the 146 meter mark, and the room is going to look like this. You can see red blocks flying left and right constantly, and if we jump across this little gap here, you will now see a little drop down with these 2 cylinder spikes. The way to get across this is by following this green platform that will appear. Once you run across, you will collect one of the coins, but then if we look down over the edge, you will actually see a little bit of a pink color and a platform that we can drop down onto. Once we land on this, walk inside of the room, continue down to the very end. We will now drop down, and here we're going to find our next coin. After we grab this, walk through the teleporter, and we are now back. Alright, the next coin is at the 162 meter mark, and it's going to look like this. The red blocks are now coming at you, and firstly, we just need to get through this area. So dodging to the side like so, every time the blocks come at you, just continue down to the very end, because the coin is actually on the next level. So to get there, you just need to go through this little ramp area, and now we are in a very similar predicament, but there's glass here in which we can walk on. So just running through like so, dodging the red blocks, and there, right in the middle, will be our next coin. Once we get to the very end, it's time to move on. The next coin is actually at the 159 meter mark, and it's just after we get through that red area where we grab the last coin. Once we walk through this little tunnel, this is going to be a plane, and once we exit, in front of us here will be a checkpoint. But we're not going to go any further. We're going to turn to the right and walk back up the blue slide here where we can see the plane's wing. Run and jump onto it and grapple up. Then from here, continue walking forward and run and jump into the ladder. Once we get to the very end here, we can now drop down onto this platform, and here we will see the back of the plane. Climb up this little ladder, and here we are, number 9 of 12. Then just drop back down, go onto this little platform here, and there's a way to exit. We are now moving on to coin number 10. Coin number 10 begins when we get to this ramp, and there are black and orange boxes going side to side. dodge them, and get to the very top where we can see a wall with now black and red platforms sticking out. We need to scale up like so and just continue making our way up until we get to the very top. It is quite simple, you just need to be a little bit patient, and then at the top there's going to be more spinning revolving doors. Instead, just turn to the right here and we'll now find a wall in which we can walk across. This is the easiest way to get through this area. Then once we do make it to the very end, there's going to be another checkpoint flag. Once you have grabbed that and are standing in front of it, turn to the left and look down where we can see a blue platform. Jump onto this and then drop down once again, and within this secret room will be our next coin. Walk through the teleporter and it's time to move on. Alright, once we get to 206 meters, we will hit a checkpoint, and above us are going to be these green cylinders with red blocks. But to our left are going to be these tropical palm trees, and in the middle will be our next coin. Moving on. Alright, once we get to 230 meters, just before the massive ramp here, there's going to be all these blocks going up and down. Come to the right hand side, and as the block goes down, there's going to be a secret room. Walk down to the very bottom, collect your last coin, and all that we need to do from here now is complete the map. So going on top of these blocks, waiting for it to go back up, we need to make our way for that massive ramp. Once we have made it to the ramp, we just need to get to the very top before the timer runs out, and I'll meet you up there. Alright, now that we are approaching the top of the ramp, what we're going to see here is the final teleporter. Now before we walk inside, you can actually see how many coins you have collected right here. So it says 12. Basically, we have the right amount. Then just walk through the teleporter, and there we go. You guys have now unlocked the camo. To access your camo, simply go to customize, go to camo, and then under all camos, we want to look for events. If we scroll down to the very end, you will see one called SYNTH-BUST. Now, keep in mind that there is a bug at the moment, not unlocking the challenges. So if you don't have the camo, you just need to wait for that update to come out. But this is what you will earn. It looks really, really cool. Free animated camo, and it's not that hard to do once you run the course a couple of times. But other than that, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.